Most people think long-term travel is expensive. Here's what it actually cost me this month, January 2026, to live and travel through Colombia. Steve here, Street Smart Travel, coming at you this month from Pitalito in Colombia on a farm in the Campo, the countryside overlooking the city. So this video about three primary things. One, the January budget numbers. I post these numbers every month to be transparent. Not hugely popular videos, but part of my process, and I like laying it out there so people can see you don't need a ton of money to travel. Two, the second part of the video will be about an orientation to the channel. I have two different posting dates that I tend to stick to, and two very different types of content that I post. I'll lay out when to expect which content so that you know which videos you might want to watch and which other ones you already know. Yeah, I'm not interested in that at all. And part three will be a photo montage. I'll share some of the images of the experiences that I've had in the places that I've gotten to visit in the last 7 weeks since arriving here in Colombia from Ecuador. Before I get to that, I do want to say thanks to all the new subscribers. As I film this, we're up to 391 actually. And about 2 months ago, it was somewhere around 100. So we've had a lot of new people sign up. Thank you. Anybody that's signed up in the past couple months, I appreciate you. And anybody that's been here since Ecuador and since I launched the channel back in, I think it was October of 2024. Thank you, all of you, for being subscribers. It really helps to get the message of the channel out. Simple living, world travel, volunteering, and serving others. The algorithm picks it up. Oh, people are interested in this. I'll push this. And one of my recent videos went viral for me, not viral, but viral for me, over 1,000 views. When I have under 400 subs, that means a lot of people that aren't subscribed watch that video. And that's largely thanks to people that have subscribed recently. So thank you to all of you. I appreciate you all being here. And one last thing, all the content on the channel, I like to drive based on viewer feedback. So if you have comments or questions about anything that I'm doing or anything related to what I'm doing, world travel, volunteer, serving others, simple living, early retirement, things like that, drop them in the comments below. I read them all. In the description, I'll give you a couple other options where you can contact me through Instagram and LinkedIn. This is my January 2026 travel budget in Colombia. Things here a little bit more expensive than in Ecuador and a lot less expensive than they are in the West. These numbers cover accommodations, travel expenses, food, most of which honestly is covered through my room and board when I'm volunteering, but also entertainment, cell phone plan. There's some miscellaneous expenses along the way. Because everything here is in Colombian pesos, I came here with US dollars. I exchanged those for Colombian pesos. The rate is a lot less than it was a year ago, somewhere around 3,650, so 3,650 to 3,800 Colombian pesos per US dollar. I will be sharing US and Canadian dollar numbers. If you want to translate those into different currencies, I always use xe.com. It's a free currency exchange calculator. For the entire month of January 2026, here in Colombia, I spent just over 170 US dollars. In Canadian, that's just under $235 on the month. Then on the daily, that's just under $5.50 US and a little under $7.60 Canadian. These numbers are very much in line with what I've experimented with and experienced in Ecuador over the last 3+ years. More hosts here request a contribution, which is fine. It's a few bucks, literally $3. I think the highest was $8 on the day to help cover food and Wi-Fi and electricity and things like that. That's not all hosts, but that has been about half the hosts so far, so that's something to think about, and that's all included in those January numbers. I release videos 2 times a week, one on Wednesday and one on Saturday. I've been able to stick to that schedule pretty consistently. Not always easy in the developing world because sometimes I don't have internet access, or the power goes out, or my travel schedule makes that impossible, but as best I can I stick to those 2 times, Wednesday afternoons and Saturday mornings, which sometimes becomes Sunday mornings. The Wednesday series is called Street Smart on the Ground. This series is exclusively dealing with comments and questions from viewers who are interested in knowing specific things. They want answers to specific questions. Those are 5 to 8 minute videos in general. They have very actionable information, things that you can watch that video and put into effect immediately. Right now I'm building 2 resources. One is about bus safety, and the other one is about volunteering. Bus safety specifically in the developing world, and volunteering, you can use that information really anywhere. And all of the videos that I'm doing on the channel basically are aimed at creating a resource that I wish had existed when I started doing this back in the fall of 2022. So because I couldn't find anything, I basically fumbled through, and through trial and error and some hilarious mistakes along the way, have managed to create a system that works. And I came here to Colombia to stress test it, see if I could break it, and if I could, then how do I make it stronger? How do I make it anti-fragile? The second series is the Saturday videos. Those are longer form, sometimes 8 to 10 or 15 minutes, sometimes a little bit more. Those are more story-based. They go into a lot more detail, and I provide a lot more context and information. So the first Saturday of the month, Feel Good Fridays. Those are stories about positive experiences that I've had on the road traveling, mostly in the developing world. Number 2, the second Saturday of the month, is this video, the budget update. If you're interested in seeing how I'm doing it and how little money I've spent doing it, those are great videos just to give you an idea. And by the way, the 4th video that I released, so February 28th is the goal for that, will be releasing the numbers for the entirety of 2025. My whole budget, annual budget, based on my Walden experiment down here in South America. The 3rd video, so the 3rd Saturday of the month, I release a video that could be about volunteering. Might be an update, here's where I am, here's what I'm doing, or a look back at the past month or so, here's where I've been, here's what's going on. Might be about simple living, could be about early retirement. It'll be something along those lines. And the 4th video, this is a series I just launched, and that is my Walden experiment. So Henry David Thoreau wrote the book Walden about 170 something years ago. He lived at Walden about 180 years ago, and he simplified his life and then documented the whole process. And in 2025, I'd already been using a lot of what he talked about in Walden, so I said, why don't I use all of it? And I did that and documented a bunch of it, and now I'm releasing that in a monthly series to show you here's what simple living can look like on the road. If you're looking to live a more intentional and meaningful life that's more purposeful and more enjoyable, then that is definitely a series for you. All of those videos and all of those pillars are aimed at creating a resource that I wish had existed when I first came out on the road and started traveling like this. If you're looking for short, actionable information, that's on Wednesdays. And if you're looking for more story-driven, more detailed, a lot more context, cultural insights, things of that nature, those are going to be the Saturday videos. And again, if you have any comments or questions, please drop them below any of the videos. I read them all. I use your feedback, comments, and questions to create additional content. So if this kind of breakdown and this kind of information is helpful and appealing, please subscribe, and please share these videos with people that you think may benefit by them. People that think travel is too expensive, I can't afford it, I'd love to do it, I wish I could. Yeah, you could. You might need to change the way you do it, but it's definitely within reach for a lot of people. I'm just documenting my process to show people, here's what I decided to do. This wasn't part of some grand plan. When I first came to Ecuador, volunteering wasn't even on my radar. We're building something very intentional here. I'm sharing these lessons that I've learned over the past 3+ years of traveling around South America, mostly Ecuador and now Colombia, in the hopes that if other people are interested in doing this kind of thing, I can share some lessons and shorten their learning curve. So please share this video with anybody who's interested in doing this kind of thing or who wants to follow the process of some guy traveling through South America in his mid-50s, serving others, volunteering, living very simply, and enjoying a very fulfilling early retirement. So basically, I've unlocked infinite travel. I have income well in excess of what I need to continue traveling the way I've been traveling down here, and aim to continue doing this kind of travel throughout other parts of the world for at least the next 5 years. We'll see if that happens. Part 3 of the video coming up, and share a bunch of pictures showing you some of the places that I've seen down here and some of the experiences that I've had so far in Colombia. I use your comments and questions to craft content going forward, to create video series, and again to share the lessons, to answer questions about specific things that people are interested in the hopes that if they want to get on the road, I can make it a little easier for them. Thanks for stopping by. Really appreciate all the subscribers. If you're not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Please do subscribe and share these videos with anybody that you think may be interested in this kind of content. Happy trails. See you out on the road next Saturday. Feliz Año Nuevo from Pasto on the farm. These minstrels show up and play and dance and then drink and move on. This is from the Yagué or ayahuasca ceremony from the first night I arrived, and here is the Casa de Pensamientos where we held the ceremony. This is me on the farm with the chickens. This is a very colorful planter. The outdoor shower on the farm, luxury. An outdoor ceremony set up for the farm. The lovely Kyra, the fierce Hakuna, and the ever majestic Romy, my absolute favorite. These are from downtown Pasto, an art ceremony festival, and these murals were stunning, just drawn on the road. Feliz Año Nuevo de la Tribu from my hosts. Here's the Midnight Mass from New Year's. Carnaval de Negros y Blancos de Pasto is one of the more colorful floats, and here's me. These are a little blurry because the phone is wrapped in saran wrap to protect it. Sadly, I was not wrapped in saran wrap, and I got hit with the face paint. But I was protected from the espuma, unlike these people. Then back to Carnival for the still walkers, and the musicians, and dancers, and singers, and more shots of these enormous, colorful, massive floats. And on the final day, there's Jairo in the waterfall, and here's me staying out of the waterfall and getting some pictures instead. Here's some traditional Andean food, then off to Macoa in the Amazon. There's my Stylin' bachelor pad, then up to San Agustin, little Flintstone house there. And here's my stuff ready to move on yet again. And this is the archaeological park in San Agustin, which was endlessly impressive, an absolute must visit. So well done. And ending up here on the farm in Pitalito.